Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Networking Supercharge. We've been running these really quick conversations all month long as we get ready for the launch of the updated editions of Networking in the 21st Century and Networking in the 21st Century on LinkedIn. We made it. That's today. That's today. You could, in fact, go. I mean, if you want to leave here and go to Amazon and buy some books, I'm not going to stop you. But I think we have a great guest for today on launch day, my friend Rob Biesenbach. Rob is also an author, speaker, trainer. He is just somebody I've gotten a chance to know over the last, what do we figure out, 7 years?
Yeah,
and,
7 years.
It's been a while, and so glad that we have gotten a chance to connect. I love this. His tagline is that he helps leaders persuade, sell, and compel, which, I mean, that's right in alignment with the work I do too, which is why I think we get along and enjoy having conversations over beer. It's always good to network when you like the person. So Rob, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure. I don't have a beer with me right now, but I don't think that'll inhibit our conversation any.
I don't think so.
And I wish I had the print. I already had the ebooks, but I downloaded or I bought the paperback copies of your books today. I should have had a screen cap.
Well, that's fine. I'll just hold this up. You know.
Oh, there you go.
Little advertising.
Man.
You know, both.
Well, you know a thing or two about branding, don't you?
I've learned from people way smarter than me.
That's so cool.
So okay, here's the question. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So here's the question. What one activity has had the biggest impact on the quality of your network?
Do I have to pick one?
You know, no, but we only got about 10 or 12 minutes, so we're gonna have to talk fast.
I'm going to cover off one real quick and then get to the main one. This will be 1.5. Your advice for me to it's very easy to get overwhelmed with social media and networking. And you just gave me a simple piece of advice. Think about posting twice a week, Tuesday, Thursday on LinkedIn, posting something. And I've been doing that for over a year now. And it's really, in addition to all the other things, listening, engaging, and all this, it's really upped my LinkedIn game. And I think it's a fantastic way to really engage with people. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. More than happy to help. I'm not just making this stuff up. I do know a thing or two about LinkedIn. Eventually. It only took me a decade.
I know. Someday I'm going to buy one of your workshops. I feel guilty about taking too much free advice from you over beers.
Hey, you buy me beer, you know. It's
okay.
And you've given me way more advice, I think, than I've given you. So it's all good. That's good networking, right? There's our lesson. It's all about give and take, you know.
Yeah,
helping people.
That's right. Out. Give to get.
So what's your main one? So that's a good 1.5. I'll take that.
You know, people are often surprised at this one, and this is going to mark me as, frail and elderly. But I found one of my
wise. That's what the gray hairs mean.
Yeah, I'll say one of my most surprising areas where I get new business at networking. Networking, obviously, you want to network to engage with people, but also long term, you hope it accrues to you some value.
It's networking, yeah, for sure. It's not net hanging out.
It's Facebook. Not a business page. I had a business page years ago, failed. My personal page, I have less than 500 contacts, like 450. And I think, and people from all walks of my life, former actor and Second City people I know, high school and college friends, current friends, out of town. Some people I only kind of know through online.
Yeah.
And I get business and leads all the time from these people. And I think it's because on Facebook, I don't have too many business contacts on Facebook.
Right.
These are personal contacts that I know. And on Facebook, I am totally myself, even my weird self. People see it all. They see my kids' photos. They see my bizarre observations. And I think they get to see the real me. And So I think the application to other people is maybe even on LinkedIn. I've been trying to this to an extent where it's appropriate, but open up, show that human side. That's a really great way to engage with people and get them to connect better with you.
I love that. And I was actually going to say, I mean, I love that, you know, Facebook has been a great resource for you, but I really think what I'm hearing is that Facebook has given you a forum to be you, to be authentic. And I do think that a big piece of success in networking And even as you said on LinkedIn is about kind of bringing your true authentic self to that. I was running a workshop just yesterday and I said, hey, the idea of personal brand is really not about being fake, but being the best manifestation of your authentic self, right? So, you don't have to share everything, right? I always say it's
Right.
about being personal, not intimate. Um,
Yeah.
but because when you connect, I even would go back to our relationship. And early on, it was definitely like, hey, business, you're an author, I'm an author, we'll talk business stuff. But we sit down and have a conversation now. A good chunk of our conversation is not business. It's human to human, right? How's your family? How's
Mm-hmm.
my family? What's going on? We both live in kind of the same area. So what's going on in our world? And I love the idea of just being human, right?
Mm-hmm.
How have you brought that
Yeah.
into LinkedIn or maybe in some of the other, actually, I guess the question is, how have you brought that into the more professional settings, whether that's LinkedIn or, a business conference when we could go to business conferences? Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I want to answer that, but I want to make a point about authenticity because
Yeah.
that's an overused word. And I forgot who said it, but somebody said authenticity. We don't want to see authenticity. We don't want to see you. I mean, this was in the pre-pandemic days. We don't want to see you, a total mess and not dressed and, cursing and doing whatever else,
Right.
all
Right.
the stuff normal. We want the best version of you. And I would say I do it in degrees.
Hmm.
LinkedIn is the most cleaned up version of myself. Facebook, I don't completely let it all hang out,
Right. Right. Right.
but much more.
Yeah. You still want to
But
be appropriate.
yeah, yeah.
And let's,
Um,
by the way, the best version of yourself does. I mean, I don't want to show you the mess here, right, off camera. And I am wearing. I'll be honest, I'm wearing shorts.
yeah.
So you can be human. You
Me
don't have
too.
to be perfect. I guess I always say that because if you do, I'm screwed.
That's right. That's right. Being human. And yeah, if I was in my basement studio, there'd be a treadmill and a Peloton over there, kids' toys over there, and all the rest of the room in a pile in front of me.
Right. Right.
Um, LinkedIn. I just had an example the other day. My mother passed away last week after long illness. It was not a
I'm
surprise.
sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you. And I posted some thoughts about her, which I thought this is a little personal for LinkedIn, but my angle on it, if that sounds cynical, I don't mean it to be, but
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
angle was she was a woman of her time, coming of age in the 50s and slotted into a traditional army wife role.
Okay.
But in the late 60s, she went back to college, got her degree, had an awakening, pursued a career for 30 years in federal government, reached the pinnacle.
What a
And
great
so I
story.
thought it
Yeah.
was a great example of a woman through different eras finding her way.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I try to do. When I do get a little personal on LinkedIn, I try to make sure it's somewhat related to the world of work
Right.
or the things I'm interested in. I'm talk about storytelling, presentation skills, communication.
Yeah. No, I love that. I had a similar situation. Luckily, a happier note. We just had our 5-year wedding anniversary, so I had a post that talked about how, especially when you are a solopreneur, kind of like we are, your spouse has a big impact on your success, right?
Yeah.
And got to also post a picture from our wedding, got a lot of views, a lot of great comments, and is that personal? Yes. Is it professional? Yes. But I would almost argue that so are we, right? We are personal, we are professional. There's not this easy dividing line. And I when I go to something like LinkedIn, yes, I want to find out about the work stuff my contacts are doing, but I also do want to know about the things that are impactful outside of the business sphere. Your mother passing is a great example of that because it does inform your perspective and how you're approaching life, right? And
Yeah.
business at that moment. So I love that. I had a really cool question I completely forgot about there.
Oh no. That happens. That's why I wrote down authenticity. Don't forget.
There you go. There you go. I mean, when you're, and you do a lot of this work with individuals, with organizations, do you have any ideas or tips for us on like how to like make sure that you're being authentic in a way that's not, and it sounds strange, but like fake authentic, which I think is what we're all really concerned about being, or
Yeah.
kind of putting people off.
I think giving people a glimpse of your personal life, your beliefs, where you stand on things, um, your foibles, because not everything's perfect. Something that goes wrong in your life, it's very normal and relatable. Um, Telling stories, of course, and just opening up, listening, being more receptive. That's my list.
I love it. You reminded me not only of my friend Todd Capone, who wrote The Transparency Sale, who dives into a lot of the research that shows the foibles that we have, whether organizationally or personally, are actually what make us attractive to people, right? It's
Yeah.
much more, you don't want to have the 5 stars. You want to have, the 4 stars. 4.2, I think, is ideal. Although, hey, everybody, go get my books today and give me the 5 stars. I'll take it. But I think this is a great place to wrap things up, because this ties all the way back to where we started this series, talking with Steve Watt, who said his tip for networking was have a point of view, have a perspective, speak from somewhere specific so that other people can connect with that, right? Because if you're not grounded in a place and a perspective, you're not grounded anywhere, and people can't really engage with you. So
Exactly.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I love it. Rob, thank you so much for spending some time with us. The time always flies by. You should definitely be connected with Rob, follow Rob, learn from him. In fact, you can find him right on LinkedIn here. So just there's how you spell his last name. I'm not even going to try.
That's right. If you can spell my name, then you can find me. There's only one Rob Biesenbach.
There you go. So go check him out. And this was the banner that I've been showing all month, but now it's kind of out of date, because it's not that the new books are coming, they are here. So jump on to Amazon right now. In fact, you can buy the ebooks of both Networking in the 21st Century and Networking in the 21st Century on LinkedIn. You can buy them today for only 99 cents as a special launch day price. But you know what? They're worth definitely full price if you don't get it today. You should definitely check it out. So if you're watching this on a recording, just go get it anyways. Rob, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for joining us throughout this entire series. It's been a lot of fun. We've gotten a lot of great feedback, so I think we might bring them back, but I'm going to take a week or two break first. So we will hopefully see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.